everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are having an amazing weekend. If I look slightly distracted, it's because Charlie's right here. And Charlie likes sandals. He's pretending he doesn't. He may sort of do the thing where he goes off and is a bit of a naughty boy. So I'm just going to stand here and puff my chest out and look like a boss lady because he wants a fight, I can tell. No, Charlie, don't. And we're not having the Charlie bit my finger thing. He's just... Go on, shh! Go on, shh! He'll think about that twice later. Anyway, let's show you what's going on in the greenhouse. There's lots has been going on here this week in the greenhouse. It's been a lot cooler this week. It's been like 20 something degrees as opposed to the 30 something degrees. Celsius, obviously. I don't use Fahrenheit. I refuse to use Fahrenheit, even though I live in the US. Celsius is the thing that I prefer. But as you can see, things are doing really, really well here. Everything is still coming along. Oh dear. This is the problem when you have chickens. That was a chicken. They came in, they helped themselves to the seeds, but it's okay. I don't think they've attacked any of the other tomatoes, and I've already harvested more tomatoes than I know what to do with today, so that's totally okay. But they are naughty chickens. They are definitely naughty chickens. I let them out today because the weather's nice, and we're going to be busy in the next couple of weeks, and I just want them to have an alternative way of enjoying kind of the last few weeks of summer before the temperature starts to drop. But let me show you what's been going on in the garden here as the chickens wander around. Our pumpkins. Look at our pumpkins. Look at this big boy down here. We're going to have so many beautiful pumpkins this year, and I've never had pumpkins. I've never grown pumpkins before successfully. There's another one here. And I don't know if this one is going to stay or if it's going to fall off. Make your predictions on a postcard, please. The corn has not filled out. I just think I was too late in the year. We do have corn in here. Like if you look in here, there is corn, but it's only to there, right? So it's a very small kernel. What's that, 2 inches? I said I wasn't going to use imperial measurements, and then I use inches. And my Apple Watch thinks I'm working out because I'm doing lots of gesturing. Over here, meanwhile, look, I will show you. We have, see if I can spot it. I spotted it yesterday and I was super excited. Amongst the weeds, we do now have somewhere along here a watermelon. At least we did. There it is, right there. There's a watermelon. Is it going to finish growing before the winter? No. Was it fun watching it? Yes. Do I hope that it will carry on growing? Yes. But I don't think it will. Also, something I don't think we're going to get much of is this corn. Again, we've got some corn growing down the bottom, but very small amounts. And the beans, we have a few very small beans growing. But I was talking to my mum in the UK, and she's reckoned that a lot of her beans haven't produced. These are string beans. See, look, you see that the sister's method worked. I just feel that I was a bit late getting my beans up and out. And so while we do have beans, maybe they will grow and they will fill out. The weather, the climate has just been a bit weird, and neither the corn nor the beans have had a particularly successful year, but that's okay. I've enjoyed watching this happen, and I know for next year that this is going to be the way to do it. But if you watch the thumbnail for this video, it will be because of this big boy right here. This right here is a courgette that has become a marrow. Now, if you are Brit, you probably know about marrows. They're like big courgettes or zucchinis. They're not something that we see a lot of in the US, but I'm going to harvest this probably in about a week's time when I'm back from a press trip I have to take, and I will turn it into what we used to call mock duck in the UK, which is carrots and then some protein and some onions, and you mish it all together. You stuff it inside the marrow after you've scooped out some of the seeds, and then you bake it, and it's really yummy. And I'm going to use like Impossible meat or some other fake meat protein. I'm not going to use chicken though, right, Charlie? Go on, get out of my way. Go on. He doesn't attack very often. He's just a bit of a cock. I mean, that's not surprising because that's what he is. He's a cock. He's a cockerel. But look, we've got more pumpkins here. 1, 2, 3. We've got more courgettes or zucchinis growing over here. There's another 2 down here. Look at these. So there's one down there. And then there's one there, which is again heading towards being really big. But the chickens are just enjoying being out in the garden. I'm enjoying the end of the heat. I've looked at the weather forecast through until the start of September, and it doesn't look like we're going to get any more heat waves, which honestly is merciful for me. I don't like warm weather. The good news though is that our strawberries are continuing to produce fruit. They are doing incredibly well. My chickens are doing incredibly well. Ashley is doing incredibly well. She's still not allowed to go out and play with the other chickens because they are mean to her. They are just mean. They bully her. They make her life difficult. But one thing that did make me laugh earlier was that shortly after I let my chickens out, one of them realised where the blackberries were at the front of the house, and she was jumping up to help herself to blackberries. But she wasn't just jumping up and flapping her wings and jumping up and picking up the blackberries. She was giving herself a pep talk before jumping up. She was like clucking and getting ready to jump and talking herself into it, which was the sweetest thing, literally, that I have seen a chicken do, period. It was just delightful. Round the front of the house, we have more courgettes coming. There's a couple on that side, and there's one there. So we're going to be good for courgettes until the end of the year. And this is the first really successful year that I've had growing courgettes. I'm still digging up my potatoes. I know I said a couple of weeks ago I'd stopped harvesting potatoes because I wanted to see if I could get some larger potatoes at the end of the season. And my russets and also the potatoes that I grew from seed are still growing. They're still doing incredibly well. Also, let's talk about my roses here for a second. These are the rose bushes that I cut back about 3 weeks ago because the previous years, it's got to kind of late in the season and I've gone to cut them back and then realised it's too late. You don't want to cut them just before a frost. So I cut them a couple of weeks ago. They're already starting to sprout, and that is great news for me because it means that they'll be ready for next year. The other thing I want to show you really quickly, well, aside from the fact that this guy is still doing incredibly well, is that, look, I've got so many sunflowers just waiting to come into flower. I cannot wait. Hopefully next week or the week after we will see some sunflowers. There won't be a chicken and garden update. Obviously the weekend we are in Canada, so I have to figure out how we're going to do that. But just to make sure that you are aware, look at how much bees like mint. So these are all my mint flowers, all of my bees, all the bees. There's like 20 bees collectively on all of this. They are happy as Larry. I don't know Larry personally, but apparently they are a very happy person. Anyway, tell me what's going on in your garden, and I will see you next week as per usual. Until then, just enjoy the rest of the summer weather, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for joining me today, and if you've got thoughts, make sure you leave them below in our Discord chat room, or you can reach out to us on Mastodon. Thanks to the amazing list of people scrolling by on your screen right now. They are some of more than the 1,500 people who help fund this channel through Patreon and YouTube, covering our bills, paying our team, and making sure that we can remain 100% independent. And if you'd like to join them and see your name listed here, just follow the links below. There are a range of different tiers you can sign up for, from as little as $1 a month, or if you pay yearly, just under $11 a year. A huge welcome to our newest supporters: Olke Ward, John Le Pouvoir, World's Tallest Hobbit, John Hendricks, John Franks, Bill Lascelle, Bill Warren, Brian Curry, Amory Wong, Chris Foon, Stephen Tidy, Christian H, Mike Cooper, Casey Chapin, James Carter, Sam Yates, Kai Preshaw, Michael Ball, John Dunlop, Christian Ramusen, Matt Bullock, Karen and Jude, Mike Whirl, and Daniel. To join the list and get your shout out, become a paid Patreon member for your moment of fame. If you'd like to support us with a one-off donation, you'll find links below to make Ko-fi and Bitcoin donations, and we even have an old-fashioned PO box you can reach us at. Address also below. And if you're in need of some swag, you'll find our swag store in the down below too. This month we've got a new special t-shirt just for our trip to Everything Electric in Canada next month. There's still just enough time to buy one before the event, and if you wear it to the show, you might get a special something from us. We've got some great content coming up, so make sure you're subscribed on PeerTube or YouTube, and we'll see you soon. We make new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you want more, the mighty algorithm thinks you'll like this video, but we think that this one is also well worth a look. See you soon, and as always, keep evolving!